I hope I never have to be.
Plus, you can't talk.
Yeah. All right, hush. I can be quiet when I am. I didn't say one word the whole time.
I bet that was hard on you.
They're seeing you laugh too. Yeah.
Good looking to you.
He's not all nice and sweet.
That's funny.
The camera's making you laugh more, isn't it? Today, Joe and I are going for a ride. Here comes a smiling waver. Hey, we got one finger. See, we got a one finger wave. That happens here in farm country. This is how Joe goes to work every day. This is his route. And soon it will be putting on more leaves. But they do grow windbreaks like this one out here. And here we go around the turn. Sun. Sun, sun. Shielding with my hand seems to be working. Winding roads. There's one of those irrigation systems. Now, what I understand, some of them are, a lot of them are water propelled. Now, farms might be a little more spread out than what people are used to in other states. I don't know. But there's also, sometimes it's just the space between the farmhouses because the property lines where the fields are trying to butt up against, like there's a house over that direction. And then there's this one, but I don't know if they're the same. But it's not unusual for there to be 600 or 700 acre farms around here at all. It's not like Texas where everything's 1,000 acres, or even western Nebraska, but there's quite a few. There's quite a lot of land that go with them. And as many family farms as can are they are holding on as much as they can. We are just going past, not going into really the tiny town of Holmesville, but they do have their industry here. The rock quarry, where is it? Right up this way. There's the rock quarry, and FedEx works out of here, don't they?
Yeah.
FedEx has their storage and trucks and delivery facility in here. Their warehouses. There is a mound of dirt out of the quarry. I always have kind of like this place here on the corner. I don't think I'd want to live there because I just see something going out of control right into the house. But I always like the look of it. So far, nobody seems to have done that. This over here, you see all this, there's those little ravines and there's all the trees. There used to be a lot, I don't know if it was here, but there used to be a lot of illegal dumping, and so the people didn't have to pay the trash collector or pay for the dump. And it was really junking things up, but cows, and no, that's just a farm, it's not a feedlot. But they went through years back, but that's 20 years ago, got all that cleaned out, started really fining heavy for illegal dumping, and I haven't seen much of it for a long time. Really cleaned up the countryside, or at least those illegal dumping spots. We finally reached the junction of 136 and Holmesville Road. That's what we call it. I don't know what the road number is. I don't pay attention. I live here. This is much more scenic to me than where all the scenery is blocked out by, I don't know, industry. I'd rather be out in the countryside. I know some people love the city, but there is no way you can put this in the city. It's just too pristine, and man respects land out here. They use the land, but they respect it as well. I want you to notice how little litter and junk there is along the side of these highways and roadways. That's because they take a certain strip of land or of the shoulder, and they'll mark it off, and clubs and churches and stuff, they'll go out like twice a year and clean their particular strip, and they'll pick up all the litter and get it to the dump. Sorry, I keep getting my edge of the window here, but it keeps it so clean, and it's all volunteer. It's just something that they started having. Some 4-H clubs will work on it. I think Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, a lot of churches do it. Our church has a stretch down by where we live, down by Wymore. So we're coming into the little town of Philly right now. On there. That might be a waste one, I don't know. This town, I was with the Red Cross back in April 2001. This was before the tornado came through. It took out one home, kind of came down one home, and it tore apart part of the main street. They were able to rebuild it, sorry. But we worked out of the bank, and that's how, the bank opened its doors so that we could feed people, and that's just, not every bank everywhere would do that, but a small town like that, you don't have many places to do that when, like the tavern was down, it was ripped apart. So, but this is a very scenic road. We had a little acreage not far from here back in the 90s. Well, somebody's done a burn off here, get rid of weeds. Chance for a smile and wave. Hello. lot of times you can't see if they do, if they smile back, but I take for granted that they do. Oh, this is a nice looking home. See, we're not all just dumb poor dirt farmers. Oh, that's a nice little view down through there. You can see 2 or 3 farms. Sorry, I look at what I'm filming instead of seeing it through the camera. I know a few of you will appreciate this. Some of you who like to farm or who have farms. The one thing you do have to look out for out here, deer. Somewhere around November and December, they start in rut and they just run. And there's certain places you have to really watch out for them. They usually put up signs, deer crossing. Joe's had a few close calls. There's one right on the way where he's going to work, and about 20 of them will just jump right out in front of you out of the ditch. It's a close-up look at one of those irrigation systems.
It's a pivot, so I don't think
they're huh?
It's a pivot. It only goes around so far.
Yeah. This must be the well generator and stuff. But now some of this out here is corporate farming. I don't know which ones, but farmers actually do live and work the farms, but it's a corporation. It's not like Farmers Co-op where the farmers, but it's a corporation. So the corporation kind of tells them what to do, what to plant, I suppose. I don't know. When they sold the folks' place because of them being in the nursing home, and us kids could not afford to buy that. But most of it was bought by corporate, but it's a guy that the family knows and respects, so we were happy he got it. He has other land down in that area. Suck Up, that's, I think, just the name of the brand of the or the storage steel buildings. Used to call those grain bins, but now they're not calling them all that anymore. They do other things in there. I don't know what. Isn't that pretty? Just all that clearing. Now I know Capper and Schick, they are planting pine and stuff for the deer, which is, I think, wonderful. But this here is pretty much farmland. But I hope you're enjoying our trip. We did about 80 miles round trip, maybe a little more. So I'm trying to pick out the best parts of the trip to show you. I hope you're enjoying that. There are more things coming up. I've got several sections or segments left that I've filmed. You should be able to see some snow geese and a corporate farm, a large one, and some other interesting points. And we will be back tomorrow with that. So please subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you will know when I have uploaded again. And do give us a thumbs up, please. And we'll see you tomorrow. Love you so much. God bless all of you, and we'll be back for part 2 tomorrow.